There are rooms you'll never enter, vaults you'll never see, objects so rare, so obscenely priced that most people will never touch them in their lifetime. While you check your bank balance before buying coffee, someone just spent $28 million on a car they'll drive twice a year. Welcome to the shadow economy of ultra-wealthy, where brands don't advertise, clients don't ask for prices, and waiting lists stretch for decades. This is where money stops being currency and becomes pure, unapologetic power. Today we're pulling back the curtain on the top 5 most expensive luxury brands in the world. Number 5. Louis Vuitton, where luggage became legacy. Picture this, a trunk, not just any trunk, a handcrafted mammogram symbol of status that costs more than most people's cars. Louis Vuitton didn't invent luxury, they weaponized it. Founded in 1854, the French fashion house started as a luggage maker for European aristocrats traveling by steamship and railway. Back then, owning a Louis Vuitton trunk meant you were someone who moved through the world differently, someone who belonged to a class that didn't carry their own bags. Fast forward to 2026 and that philosophy hasn't changed, it's just gotten more expensive. Louis Vuitton products range from $1,000 entry-level accessories to custom trunks and rare collector editions exceeding $250,000. The iconic LV monogram, once a practical anti-counterfeiting measure, is now the most recognized luxury symbol on Earth. Celebrities, collectors, and billionaires hunt down limited edition collaborations, like modern-day treasure hunts. But here's the twist. Louis Vuitton isn't just a brand, it's the crown jewel of LVMH, the world's largest luxury conglomerate, controlling over 75 brands including Dior, Fendi, and Givenchy. Bernard Arnault, the man behind the empire, regularly trades places with Elon Musk as the richest person alive. Luxury at this level isn't about fashion, it's about empire building, and Louis Vuitton is the foundation stone. But as stunning as their trunks and bags are, they're just the opening act, because the next brand on our list doesn't just sell products, it sells immortality. Number 4. Chanel, the price of timelessness. Coco Chanel once said, "Fashion fades, only style remains the same." She wasn't exaggerating. In 2026, a vintage Chanel handbag can appreciate faster than stocks, bonds, or even real estate. Some limited edition pieces purchased 5 years ago have doubled or tripled in value. Collectors treat them like Picassos you can carry on your shoulder. Chanel products start at around $2,000 for entry-level items, but skyrocket into the $500,000 range for rare haute couture pieces, vintage collector bags, and custom jewelry. The legendary Chanel 2.55 bag, introduced in 1955, remains one of the most coveted accessories in fashion history. Its quilted leather, gold chain strap, and interlocking CC logo aren't just design choices, they're cultural codes. Owning a Chanel bag signals membership in an invisible club. You don't need to speak, the bag speaks for you. But Chanel's power goes deeper than handbags. Their haute couture shows are invitation-only spectacles, attended by heads of state, royalty, and A-list celebrities. Each garment is hand-sewn by artisans who've spent decades perfecting their craft. Some dresses take hundreds of hours to complete, and they're never mass-produced. Chanel doesn't chase trends, it creates them. It doesn't follow the market, it defines the market. But if Chanel represents timeless elegance, the next brand represents something even more exclusive: unobtainability. Number 3. Hermès, the fortress of desire. Imagine wanting something so badly that you're willing to wait years, spend hundreds of thousands, and still be told no. Welcome to the world of Hermès. The French luxury house, founded in 1837, is famous for 2 things: the Birkin bag and the Kelly bag. These aren't just handbags, they're financial instruments. Some models have sold at auction for over $500,000, and certain rare editions appreciate at rates that make stock traders jealous. But here's the catch. You can't just walk into Hermès and buy one, even if you have the money, even if you're a billionaire. Hermès operates on a system of intentional scarcity. Production is deliberately limited. Each bag is handcrafted by a single artisan who has undergone years of rigorous training. The waiting list can stretch for years, and even then you might not get the color, size, or leather you want. You have to be chosen, and that's the entire point. Hermès doesn't sell bags, it sells the dream of being worthy. Average prices range from $5,000 for small leather goods to well over $500,000 for exotic skin Birkins in rare colors. Crocodile, alligator, ostrich, these aren't just materials, they're status markers. But the most fascinating part, Hermès clients often buy other products, jewelry, scarves, home goods, just to build a purchase history, to prove loyalty, to increase their chances of being offered a Birkin. That's not shopping, that's courtship. And yet, as exclusive as Hermès is, the next brand takes exclusivity to an even higher plane. Because what's more permanent than a handbag? A legacy that ticks. You've made it this far, this is just the beginning. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned as we unveil more secrets from the world's most exclusive luxury brands. The ultra-rich don't want you to know what comes next. Number 2. Patek Philippe, time you can't buy back. You never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation. That's not just a slogan, it's a philosophy. Since 1839, the Swiss watchmaker Patek Philippe has produced some of the most complicated, beautiful, and expensive timepieces ever created. Their watches start at around $20,000 for entry-level models and climb into the millions for rare, complicated pieces. Some have sold at auction for over $24 million. But these aren't just watches, they're heirlooms, investments, mechanical poetry. Each Patek Philippe is a masterpiece of engineering, featuring complications like perpetual calendars, minute repeaters, and celestial displays. Some movements contain over 800 individual parts, assembled by hand over thousands of hours. The craftsmanship is so precise that certain models take years to complete, and they never depreciate. In fact, Patek Philippe watches often appreciate faster than almost any other luxury asset. The Henry Graves Super Complication, a pocket watch commissioned in 1925, sold at auction in 2014 for $24 million. The Grandmaster Chime, a wristwatch created for a charity auction, sold for $31 million in 2019. These aren't purchases, they're declarations of wealth, taste, and permanence. But if Patek Philippe represents the pinnacle of personal luxury, the final brand on our list represents something even more absurd: the ultimate flex. Number 1. Rolls-Royce, the Cathedral on wheels. Close your eyes. Imagine stepping into a car where every surface, every stitch, every detail has been designed specifically for you. The leather on the seats came from cattle raised in a region free of barbed wire to avoid scars. The wood trim was sourced from a single tree to ensure perfect grain matching. Even the paint, a custom color you named yourself, took months to develop. This is Rolls-Royce. And while a standard model starts at $350,000, that is just the entry fee to the world of coach build. The British ultra-luxury automaker doesn't just build cars, it builds bespoke legacies. If you want a picnic set built into the trunk with a champagne fridge that opens at the perfect 11-degree angle, done. Want the night sky stitched into your headliner using 1,600 fiber optic lights? They'll map the exact constellations from the night you were born. But in 2026, Rolls-Royce has taken the flex to a level that defies logic. While the famous boat tail made waves at $28 million, the new crown jewel is the Rolls-Royce drop tail. The most exclusive version, La Rose Noire, is rumored to cost over $30 million. It features a removable hardtop that turns a sleek coupe into a high-speed roadster, a dashboard integrated with a one-off Audemars Piguet watch, and a paint finish that requires 150 iterations to perfect. Only 4 drop tails will ever exist, each a unique masterpiece for a specific client. But here's what separates Rolls-Royce from every other luxury brand. It's not about showing off, it's about disappearing into comfort so absolute, so refined, that the outside world ceases to exist. The cabin is sound engineered to near silence. The ride is so smooth it's described as a magic carpet ride. You don't drive a Rolls-Royce to be seen, you drive it to escape. And at this level, that's the ultimate luxury. Control, privacy, a world built entirely around you. From monogram trunks to hand-stitched leather, from mechanical masterpieces to cars that cost more than mansions, these 5 brands don't just sell products, they sell belonging, legacy, immortality. They exist in a parallel economy where price tags are whispered, never printed, and exclusivity is the only currency that matters. The question isn't whether you can afford them, it's whether you can ever be invited to try. Because in this world, money is just the entry fee. The real cost, everything else. Like, share, and comment on which luxury brand shocked you the most. Or is there another brand you think deserves to be on this list? Let us know below.